Rated M for mature.
Howdy hey, I'm Bizzy, and you're listening to Interp'd Reality. Here's what this posse got up to last time.
We need to go warn the fucking Poochians about what's just about to happen.
Don't forget about your eyeball friend.
I offer 1 can of rations to Raspy.
I can't eat that.
Oh my god, that was the fucking grossest thing I've ever had to do in my life.
Enek, need to discuss something very urgently. We have learnt of a possible attack onto your clan.
The comms?
The key word is bar. B-A-R, bar.
Bar?
Tipper has never gone on a code word before. 2 black dots rapidly approach.
I'm telling you, go. Oh, you fucking idiot.
He suddenly starts to spin and he's pulling out some kind of rifle and he starts pointing it down towards you and he fires.
Ah!
This is not a game.
This is
real life.
Get off of me, damn it!
If I'm gonna fall off here and die, I'm gonna take you with me.
You are able to launch the bomb and you watch it travel. Get out of here! They're too strong! We were not prepared for this!
I'm gonna try to cast Hold Person again. You have to do a saving throw.
Well, guess what? He got a 19, so he's gone.
We're gonna need to do detective work, yes?
We also need to get stronger.
I have seen a bus. Tell him to take you to the Mage Ray Gala. You just watch as it is driving like a madman through Trans-Tundra. How y'all doing? My name's Paps.
Can you please activate ludicrous speed?
I'm at insane speed right now, boy. He turns the key and the bus just goes and you're all getting thrown about and then he stops like super fast. Well, we're here.
My body just peels off the back.
Yeah. 2 things. 1, all of your curses wear off. And 2, that is the end of this session.
Oh, cliffhanger.
Yay.
Oh, thank God.
I hate cliffhangers. There's always going to be cliffhangers.
And now, let's get this thing moving.
Last time on Interp Reality, you came out of the resort that was at Totem Coast with the intention of informing the Capuchin clan that the overseers were out to get them. You leveled up to level 4 along the way, thanks Chronicler. And then once you arrived, you told them you gotta defend yourselves, and they all rushed up to the mountain, and you secured Kanek away in the resort so that he wouldn't no bad fate would fall to him. Then 2 of these overseers came over and they started wailing on you because some of you actually chose to fight back, and they were quite devastating. Karl and Gary, you were both killed momentarily, but you came back, and it was clear that you had only dealt like somewhere around 1/3 of the required damage to take out these guys. Like there's just way too much work that you have to do to get on their level. But because of the fact that you were all putting up such a prolonged fight, they chose to flee. And from there, Kanek basically gave you all he could as compensation and instructed you to look for supplies in the Mage Ray Gala. So that was what you left Totem Coast. You took the crazy bus ride through Trans-Tundra, and you've now been dropped off at the edge of this so-called gala. Now, as you are all standing here, before even like paying any attention to what is in front of you, Karl, and Gary, the 3 of you are sort of having little crises of your own. Karl, you're battling your understanding that the Zen People's Republic is likely not such a commanding presence that you thought they were. You are now starting to realize your actions up to this point have been counterproductive towards the goals of your friends. And Gary, you are now coming to terms with all of the things that you have done in the Great Forest and just the chaos of this world. So I think now I'd like to give you all a moment to just discuss these feelings with everybody.
Okay, I have an announcement to make to all 4 of you. I will promise from here on, and this is a solemn vow, I hereby now do not want to do anything that prolongs our experiences here and anywhere else in the near future.
Can I roll insight on him?
Yes.
from all of a sudden?
Yes, please do that.
Nat 23.
Okay, please describe what you're thinking with absolute accuracy.
Okay, with absolute accuracy.
Yes.
Okay, here's what my character is thinking. I just want to get this over and done with.
Right,
So that we
yeah.
can actually deal with these comms.
Yeah, so basically what Hum is now thinking is that he's been messing around with all four of you for quite a while, basically just going off on his own terms and doing things that deviate too much from the events at hand. But now he's realizing that that only causes fractures within the group. So he's sort of committing to helping you four specifically.
So, who are you and what have you done with the real
Huh?
This is the real me.
Yeah, no.
The real you would be looking for a goddamn mushroom in the tundra by now.
And she has a point.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah,
I'm sure you actually have changed.
it is going to take a while before we can see evidence of this eventuating. Anyway, let's do Karl now, because Gary's a bit more dark.
What's the matter?
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
You don't look fine to me, friend.
Is somebody going to do an insight roll on him?
I was about to ask you about that insight roll.
Do it.
Okay.
12?
Natural 1.
Oh no!
But I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, it's a really bad time. Okay, what I'll say is that the things that have been happening between Karl and Bizzy are sort of clouding Bizzy's judgment, and she's unable to lose concentration on those things. However, with your 12, you get like a basic understanding of what Karl is going through. Karl, could you please explain that to me?
I always thought that the fucking comms in the XPR were different. But apparently I found the leash, the slave, and the master. The dog at his owner.
Well, whatever it is, it's causing Karl quite a bit of strife, realizing that the atrocities committed by the XPR are likely transferred over to the overseers, and they are the true masterminds. All right, now, Gary, I'll let you take the floor.
Here we go.
Okay. Everything I saw, every near-death experience, every time I, did something stupid, what was that for? I don't want to die. I don't want to live. Who knows? Maybe just be easier to jump off the cliff. But at the same time...
Don't say such things.
I'm not actually going to do it. It's only a thought process. It's just a thing in your head.
Yeah.
One of those brain teasers, but you say, what if I actually did it? What if I actually just did it? That's not how you survive.
Yeah.
You have to push through. You have to think about this. So, guys, no more shitting around. And that means by Wolf. I mean, him. No more shitting around.
Solemn promise.
We got a mission.
Yeah.
Not paying attention
And
to us.
I've now lost my train of thoughts.
It's okay. It's okay.
I've lost my train of thought.
Don't worry about it. We'll just move on. Huh?
No, let me finish. I got it back. I got it back.
Okay.
So no more shitting around. We got a mission. We got to do it. But at the same time, I don't think I'm going to be the same anymore.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I just want to kill these guys.
Join the train.
Rip their faces off.
Yeah.
How do you know? Now you know how I fucking feel now, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks like it's time to go to war.
Dude.
Yeah. So, you now actually take the time to look around at your surroundings. You see before you that there are quite a lot of randomly placed objects. They're not as big as buildings. They're definitely larger than a single person, but they couldn't be lived in. You see a lot of these. And there also seems to be some kind of banner that is above the entrance into this place. However, it is completely dark. You aren't able to see. Well, there are some lights further in, but you can't see anything that would help you understand what this location could be. However, give me perception, please.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone?
All of
Yes.
us?
That's
yes.
a 12 again.
Perception.
Okay.
That's a nat 20. Nat 23.
Yes.
That's a
Okay.
10.
All right.
Oh
That's a
shit!
10.
I think I'm a little
That
bit blind.
is
There it is.
19.
19. Okay.
It'd be a 14.
Okay. Karl and Bizzy, you see that there is a kind of lever switch that is on the wall at the front of this place.
Gonna fucking pull it then now, don't I?
Is
you
that a wise
should.
choice?
I mean, if he doesn't do it, I'm gonna do it. So.
Right. If you guys are gonna do that, I'm more cautious now, so I'm gonna step back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well,
Might as well do
Karl,
it.
together.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
How about that?
So, you both pull down on this large switch, and you see as an array of lights shoot out from the ground now, illuminating this entire place. And now you realize that you are looking into some kind of makeshift carnival. It's very obvious from a very large tent you can see far off that has these red and white stripes going up it. Seeing this carnival in front of you, you also see that there is a map at the front of this place that is affixed to a wall on posts. I actually have a map that I'm going to send you all.
Where would you like to go?
For the last time I went to something like this.
Yeah. So, welcome to the Major Gala. As you're here and you're looking up at the sign that greets you to this place, you realize that the G and the AY from the word Major have been taken off. And now it just reads MAER Gala.
Huh? Does
So-
that say mayor or?
Go and roll, I guess, investigation.
9?
I would like to
9.
use my heroic inspiration.
You want to use inspiration on this?
Yes.
Okay, sure. D4 plus 2.
I did not want that. That's 3.
Okay, 3. So would that be 12?
That
That
would
is
be
12.
12.
Okay. You feel pretty confident that the reason that the sign looks the way it does is because somebody stole those letters. And because it's those letters, you're pretty confident that the only reason they stole them was so they could have the letters gay.
Immaturity.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is supposed to say something else, but
Well, the
I'm
map
pretty sure someone
says
stole
what it
3 of the
should
numbers.
say. It's just that the sign has had 3 of its letters removed.
wait.
At least it
Oh,
doesn't.
fuck's sake. I wonder which parent has the random letters of GAY hung up in their kid's bedroom.
Yep.
Honestly, it sounds
I
like
don't
something
know,
I
and
would.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
It sounds like something I would. It sounds like something I would do when I was younger.
Mm.
Anyway, let's move on. Let's
Okay.
investigate this place. And also, let's also keep an eye out for any comm spies.
Another thing you guys wanted to do is you were looking for supplies because you feel that you're low, and Connect told you to come here for supplies. So that's
yeah.
another thing that's on your agenda.
Where are we going to find supplies in this place?
Hold on, I have an idea. I like the card unseen servants.
All right, yep, you pull out your unseen servant. Now you can all see the map. You can only see the map while you're here, but it basically gives you a complete layout of this entire place.
Okay, I would like to bring Alfred toward the map and say, Alfred, try and find any supplies you can find in any of these locations.
Okay, well, Alfred's gonna go somewhere.
I'm gonna look at the map, and then I'm gonna cast message to Karl.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what I'm gonna send him is Macabear's private estate. Didn't think it was that kind of a carnival.
I'm gonna look to Bizzy and I'm gonna be like, in what context?
Yeah, that's important.
I don't think one knows what a carnival is.
I'm surprised they allowed a plantation.
Oh, yeah. So, Tipper, you have no knowledge of a kind of place that looks like this, and you definitely haven't experienced anything with the same sort of fun and games as a carnival would create, because you're not you never did that where you're from.
What's the matter, Tipper?
Like the look at this place.
Looks interesting.
Surely you must have had something like this back where you're from, right?
No,
No?
I don't.
Well, you ever had
I don't
anything like a
think so.
Ren fair before?
Ren Fair.
Shit, how do I explain this? Back a couple of dimensions when I was hopping in to, rob the place, it was like a festival of food, drinks, games, tricks, and all that stuff.
Like a feast
Medieval.
gathering.
I turned to Tipper. I go, do you guys still have jousting?
Jousting is
Not
such
really,
a game,
no.
mate.
Oh, Jesus. It's like a tournament. A carnival is like a tournament where like a bunch of people gather around, they get food, they get drinks, they get stuff. I'm surprised you don't have jousting, considering you're from a medieval age world.
Never really played any of these fun games.
Everybody except Tipper, please roll insight.
That's a 19.
19.
That's a fucking 6.
That's a 19 as well.
Okay, cool.
Where the heck
Wait,
is my
what? Never
insight?
mind. Never mind. That's 16. 16. Sorry.
Oh, 16. All right.
Yeah, one of my pop-ups covered the fucking 1.
got a 9.
I know.
A 9. Okay, so Karl and Hum, and in a little way, Bizzy. You recall back to all the times that Tipper has been describing his hometown to you, because he has on several occasions, and he would basically only talk about the fact that it was constantly being raided by goblins. So you would presume that the entirety of his past adventures would be defending from those goblins, and there would be no time for any kind of fairs.
Those damn goblins.
Reminds me of something. Never usually got free time.
Oh.
Wait, are you suggesting what I think you're suggesting right now?
What do you think I'm suggesting?
Oh, that really depends on if everyone else wants to,
No,
No,
I don't think
I'm
we
good.
do.
No, I do not want to go into the fair.
Might as well
No.
fucking.
I'm. If you guys want to do that, I'm going to search. See ya.
No, you don't. I grab him by the...
Bob,
No, do
let
not
him
grab
go.
me. I just
Let
want to
him
go
go.
find stuff. Leave me alone.
Bizzy,
How about?
Yeah, okay.
Gary, please roll perception.
Roll the 16.
Although you are, I guess there's something in your head that is like you don't want to participate in any of these games. Looking around the carnival, you see that there is a distinct lack of people. It seems like this carnival has not been in use for a very long time. And that would theoretically reduce the fun factor. So you could still go around here and search for things without participating in any of this stuff. The reason I say this is because there's nothing outside of the carnival. There's nothing there.
Alright, I look back at them and just go like, alright, so do tell me how we are meant to play these games when no one's controlling them. There's no one here. Have you not noticed that?
You
Now that you
cannot
think
be
about it.
certain that there is no one here, but it is distinctly lacking in people for a carnival.
From this perspective, it just looks deserted.
That means we have the carnival to ourselves.
Yeah. In any case, you see the map and it describes most of the locations there, so you can go wherever you want, really.
It wouldn't bloody hurt to wander around, maybe play a few games, maybe not, you know. We've got the entire carnival to ourselves.
And you do have to
There's bound
find
to be a couple of
supplies.
places as well. There's bound to be a couple of places as well. We could stock up on some supplies, leftover preserved foods, cans of food. I don't know, whatever's edible, I guess.
If
Maybe
you guys,
maybe a little bit of alcohol, maybe.
if you guys want to
There's
have
some
fun,
people-
you go ahead. I'm just gonna go explore. See
Yeah,
if I can
Alright,
find
have
anything.
fun.
that's fine.
Man, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So where would you all like to go?
I kind of want to go to the manor.
The private estate?
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's a private estate, there's bound to be something actually useful in there.
Mm-hmm.
What's a mini golf?
Okay, mini golf is just a game where you hit a ball into a hole, Tipper. And you get these little clubs to hit the ball into the hole.
All in the hole.
Yes. Sounds so brain dead.
Yeah, it does. It does. Well, okay, it makes sense though.
sounds so
It makes
dirty.
sense.
It sounds so dirty though as well.
Yeah.
I
What
didn't
is
realize.
into the
I didn't
hole?
realize you were that type of person, Tipper. Jeez.
No. No.
No!
Okay, but Tipper does have an interest in the mini golf. How about everybody else?
I'll go with Tipper to the mini golf.
Okay. Karl and Bizzy, do you have a particular interest?
I don't bloody know, to be honest with you. Where would you like to go, Bizzy?
Asking me?
Yes.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I.
Okay, if you guys can't think of anything, I do have some suggestions.
What is your suggestion?
I would like both of you to roll wisdom saving throws.
Oh shit, that's a 6.
Okay, Bizzy, that's an 8.
Yeah.
Right.
We both failed.
So, Karl, you are attracted to the firing range that is in the top left corner of the map. And Bizzy, your attention turns to the Petals of Fate game that you see very close to the entrance.
Well, I'm gonna go to the firing range. Maybe there might be some 9mm there.
I mean, I was planning on checking out the Petals of Fate. Kinda sounds interesting, I guess.
Petals of Fate.
Well,
I will say that it's clear that you're not going to be able to travel as a group so much in this place because there's just too much to do.
well, I'm going to the firing range. How about we meet back up at about? I'd take a look at my pocket watch.
Mm-hmm. Do you need to know the time?
Yes.
The time is day 5, 1 a.m.
How about this? You can go to the Petals of Fate. I'll go to the firing range. We meet up at the Rumble Drome at about 1:30, 1:35. We meet back up there.
That would be too
Me-
soon. Time in this place is very fast, so I actually think that it would make more sense to meet back up at 3:30 a.m.
Why
Okay.
not like 4 o'clock?
Admittedly, Karl, it is just right there, so if you just want to check it out with me real quick before you go to the firing range, I might see if I can't do anything with those bumper cars after.
That's
Well,
fair.
they don't have power. So
Yeah, the
bumper
map
cars
says
will not
that
be
it's
active.
closed due to not having power.
lightning. And I have access to lightning.
Yeah, use lightning.
So-
Oh, yeah, you
Power
could
of
do that.
lightning.
So let's call it an experimentation of my own free will.
Mhm.
Okay.
In order to determine what order we approach this in, how about we all roll initiative?
Okay.
Okay.
We're
I
not-
got a 3.
16.
3, 16,
I've got a
I've
6.
I rolled a
19.
19.
19. Wait,
Oh, great! I'm lost. That's fun.
Bizzy,
No
I'm
worries.
lost.
No, him.
Bizzy, did you get a 19 as well?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I got
Never
a
mind.
19.
Okay, and Gary, what you were a 9?
I got a 6. I got a 6.
Okay. Right, Tipper and Bizzy, I'm gonna need you to roll a d4 each.
D4, go.
I rolled a 3.
3.
And I rolled a 1.
Okay, we have our order. Tipper. Oh, actually, you're going with Tipper, so I don't need to pay attention to your roll. You're going with him. Okay, so Tipper and you move first to the mini golf just to inspect it, and along the way you also pass by the Kings of the Hills, and it appears to be some kind of a room scale board game that is out in the open. Like, you know those park games? It's one of those. Yeah. There are these statues that are on a tiled board. It looks very worn down.
Place is so mysterious.
Yeah, also, as you're moving through, you see that there is somebody to your left as you're walking along, and you hear them call out, "Oh, hey, visitors! Hey, come on over!"
This place isn't deserted after all.
Yeah, not that deserted, but this could be a worker or a shady businessman.
You look over to your left and you see that there is somebody behind the counter of this stall called Novelties and Sundries. It is some kind of hedgehog person, and it would be a woman. They have these brown to grey, dark grey quills. Now, on these quills, you see that there are a variety of objects that have been stabbed into the quills, and similarly, these quills are going through their outfit, which is similar to an apron.
So what is this place?
Oh, well, you're at the Major Gala. This is a whole bunch of fun that the Awesome Gamers were trying to throw together, but that didn't work out now, did it?
I
can see why.
Yeah, I'm one of the few people that's actually still running a store here, because there's still some benefit to scanning underused places.
Say, perchance, did you see any awesome... Well, when this place was getting built, did you see any awesome gamers carrying around any spare generators to operate some of these attractions?
Oh no, certainly not. Like, generators, you can see them from time to time, but they're very useless because electricity is just sort of innate around here. We don't have to work for it or anything. I don't understand why the bumper cars don't work, but yeah.
Could you please tell me what any of this is?
I'm sorry? You mean my stall?
Let's go with that first.
Okay, yeah, sure. This is Novelties and Sundries. I sell all sorts of goods, and it's all sorts of surprises as well. You never know what you might get. You see next to this hedgehog in front of the counter is a sign, and it reads 95% asterisk money back guarantee. At the bottom of the sign in small print, the asterisk continues. If you're a com, otherwise 0%. In fact, no returns.
No returns.
No returns or no take back.
So what could possibly be in these?
Oh, there's all sorts of objects. There may not necessarily be something in them, but you know, you can have a look for stuff like that if you want.
Okay, can I look around this thing, but with Arcana?
You won't use Arcana. Basically, behind this hedgehog lady, there are these shelves made of wood that are positioned weirdly. Like, they're not creating flat stacks. It's sort of all over the place. And there are these little cards that have been folded and placed in front of certain items. Some of them have intricate descriptions about the items. Others are very vague. For example, one says, "Come on, you'd be a fool not to buy this." And then the hedgehog stands out the front with this cash register. If you want to look for some objects, I will need you both to roll D20.
Okay, then.
Let's go. I
12.
nat 1.
A 1, Tipper got a 12, okay? Let's start with him. Your eyes are caught by the sight of some kind of bugle that is on these shelves. Again, the description is nondescript, but it does have a price, that being 40 electrum.
For Electrum, I gotta divide that by like a gold. By like how much
Divide it
gold
by
is
2 to
it?
get the gold.
Yes, I know. That would be 20 gold.
Tipper, you see a sword that's on fire, and it's been put to the side away from the wood because it would burn down the wood. This one is also 40 electrum.
Oh.
I'd like to try and look for something else. I
That's
don't like
fine.
this
You
view.
guys can roll d20s again. While you're looking around, the hedgehog is just sort of smiling at you, enjoying the sight of you looking through her items.
Anyway,
The sword is fascinating.
I know, right?
like-
I can't douse it with water.
You mean it never extinguishes?
It's always on fire. Isn't that funny?
Huh.
What are your d20 rolls?
I got a 5.
5.
Wait, am I rolling again?
Yes.
11.
11. You see there is one of those electronic label printers. It has the calculator screen and a whole bunch of buttons on it. This is 75 electrum. And Tipper, you see there's some kind of purple rock that glistens in the night light and the lighting of the carnival. It is 20. No, sorry. It is 10 electrum. Wow, even better.
Wow, 5 gold pieces. That's cheap.
Yeah.
So how does one get one of these?
Oh, well, you just hand over the money and I give you the item. It's that simple.
Ah,
I'm going
it,
to continue looking.
one did not realize at first.
Okay. So whom you are electing to roll again? Tipper, are you interested in the purple rock?
I'm happy to look at the purple rock.
Okay. Would you want to? What's your roll?
I got a 16.
Okay, 16. Tipper, because it's far away from you, you're gonna have to ask for it. So I'll let you do that.
I'll take a look at the small purple object.
Oh, the rock. Well, I don't just hand these items out, so if you want it, I am going to need the payment.
What would that be?
10 electrum. Or if you have 5 gold, I'll take that too.
Sure.
Okay. So she takes the 5 gold from you and gives you this purple rock. Relative to you, it is the size of your head. With your 16, you see that there is a plate of some kind of meal that has been left out for way too long. It looks incredibly disgusting. And the little note says, "Give this to your worst enemy," and it is 1 electrum.
1 electrum piece?
Yeah. Oh, you're looking at the remnants I left out, are you?
I'm looking at the side for this. It's so funny.
I know, it's a great marketing tactic. Don't you want it?
I'm gonna continue looking.
Okay. So roll again. And
One more.
please do Arcana for me.
Okay, I rolled a 1.
You'll have to roll again, please.
That would okay for the D20.
Yes.
Okay. For my Arcana, I got a dirty 20.
No. Tipper needed to do the Arcana.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
I didn't hear you again. Terribly sorry, I'm not hearing you properly.
This happens a lot.
Okay, 7.
7.
13.
13. Okay. You see there is a glass, just some kind of glass goblet, that is sitting out in the open. It's close enough to you that you can see that there is a single drop of some liquid in it. The note in front of it says, "Never empty glass, 5 electrum."
Okay, can I do Arcana on this glass?
For what?
to see if it is magical in any presence?
Sure. As you're doing that, Tipper, as you're holding this rock, you realize that you can hear whispering coming from it.
What?
I got.
you just see like Tipper just like he just wide eyes as he stares at this rock he's holding.
Okay, I now want.
Oh, you can't tell from this where you are now what this glass is supposed to do. Tipper, any other thoughts of yours?
Somebody speak.
You continue to hear a variety of incomprehensible whispering coming from the rock. It is too far away from your ear to be able to understand it.
Of a rock?
Yeah, it's a purple rock in your hand that glistens in the light, and there's whispering coming from it.
Hello?
You try to speak to it, but you don't sense a change in what it's doing.
Okay, I'm gonna look once more.
Okay, do another D20 for me.
Yes, nat 20.
Oh, 20! You see a bucket of paint. It appears to have a green color. There's no lid on the paint. Well, there is one, but it's been put to the side so that you could see in it. The note out the front says, swap colors with anything. And it is worth 20 electrum.
Wow, 10 gold pieces is actually a steal for this thing.
Oh, absolutely. All of these are great bargains for what I'm selling here. The hedgehog lady notices that Tipper is holding this rock and just trying to speak to it. And she goes, oh no, you can't talk to it. It just tells you things. Put your ear to it.
Huh? Okay.
Okay, you're going to do that. Okay, this is difficult. I want you, Zero, to tell me something that you would like to know about.
The New Vegas group.
The New Vegas group. Okay. Before anything resulting in that, what are you going to do?
I would like to go to the front desk and say, how much for the flaming sword and the paint bucket?
Well, the sword is 40 electrum and the paint bucket is 20 electrum. So in total, that would be 30 gold.
All right, here you go.
Okay. So, she takes those and she gives you those items. You now have the fire sword and the paint bucket.
This is exactly what I need.
Now, Tipper, as you listen to this rock, you hear it talking to you. And now it's not talking directly to you. It seems to be just babbling nonsense, a stream of consciousness. But you hear it say this. Their numbers are small because they were a frequent target of the overseers due to gaining so many credits through illegitimate means. But this has only served to make them like celebrities to the members of the awesome gamers. Did you understand that?
No.
Okay, whispering does not come through Discord very well. So, what it told you was that you don't know it's talking about the New Vegas group until later, because it does say NVG. But what it was telling you is that their numbers were small because they're targeted by the comms, because they gain all their money through what's called illegitimate means. And they appear to be gaining this much money to try and be on a leaderboard.
Interesting.
So, yeah, you know a little bit more about the New Vegas group. I don't know what your character is going to do with that. And now I'm going to get the two of you to go off towards mini golf. And as you do, the hedgehog calls out to you and says, "Hope you have fun with the new items. And by the way, no refunds."
Okay.
Whatever that means.
Okay, a refund means you gain your money back, Tipper.
Yeah. So
If
none
you
of
have
that.
if you have receipts.
If you're
And since these
unsatisfied,
things-
you can't get
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, and plus you're gonna show a receipt of purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right, so you two are going to do the mini golf. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move on here. Bizzy. Wait, Karl, are you traveling with her, or is she going to the Petals of Fate alone?
I'll go with her.
Okay, so you are going to be ditching the firing range for now. So the two of you arrive at this place that is, you see the fancy sign above this stall, Petals of Fate, and it's not really a stall, it's more like some kind of garden. You see that there are all of these flowers that have been placed in the ground here, and they're of a variety of colors. Now, it is all up to the dice here, so... Oh, I'll tell you what, you see a sign out the front, and it reads, pick a flower and have your fortune read.
Fortune reading by flowers. That's new.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I wonder if they're just gonna read the petals, or if they're just gonna read our palms while we're holding flowers.
Hmm.
But no.
Okay,
No.
would you guys like to go in?
Sure.
Alright.
Might as well.
I would like you both to roll a d20.
I got a fucking 2.
A 2, Bizzy, what was yours again?
13.
13. Karl, you reach down and you pick up a blue flower. You pull it out from its roots. You realize as you grab it and pull it out that it's made of ceramic. And, you know, as you pull it out, the root breaks because it's fragile. The moment you pull it out, you hear a voice in your head. It says, you know, Bizzy has been itching for some kind of companionship for a long time since she decided to ditch ambient. I hope you're pursuing that, right?
What?
The voice doesn't say anything after this.
I looked towards Bizzy and I'm like, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Do I hear that? Or do I...
As this is happening, Bizzy, you pull up one. This one's just made of newspaper. And you pull this flower out and goes... these are really hard to do, I'm telling you now.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, where we improvise.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Breaking news! Bizzy completely avoids a pivotal moment in this world and has no idea what she's missed out on.
You heard that, didn't you?
Hear what?
the both
Is
of
your
you...
flower made out of ceramic?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's
Yes, it
holding
is.
it. You see, it's like broken at the root. It's a blue ceramic flower, and Bizzy's just holding like a newspaper flower.
You know what? Might as well take another one.
Okay. I want you two to roll Arcana first, and then depending on your roll, we'll do the d20s.
That's an 11.
An 11?
That's an 18.
An 18. Ooh. Okay. So, Karl, I'm gonna get you to roll a d20. Not Bizzy.
Okay.
Oh.
16.
We'll start with Karl because his is the most inconsequential. So, you pull out a pink flower. It's slimy in your hands and it's almost like melting because it's made of like this wet this wet thing. Yeah, it's really disgusting to hold.
God.
And you hear it say, I really like to listen to music. Do you like listening to music? I like music.
Oh, God, that voice goes through me like wet fucking chalk.
You're hearing, but that thing looks disgustingly. Ugh.
Oh no.
Reminds me of that stamp Gary made me try.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the flower back and I'm just gonna get fucking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wash my hands after that one.
Another thing, I would like you to roll perception. Now, Bizzy, you pull out this green flower, and it is.
I nat 20, by the way.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh,
You pull out this green velvet flower, and it speaks to you with a gracefulness that, like the previous one was just a sensationalist flower, but this one sounds really graceful. It has it's woven together to make it look like a rose, and it says to you, "I know you have been feeling lost and confused. You are not alone. It will only be a matter of time before you find who you're looking for."
huh. That's not as loud as the other one.
What was that? That was pretty loud.
Someone
Whoops.
dropped their utensil.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Did someone bang the straw against the glass?
No, I dropped my pen. Sorry.
Okay.
Why did it sound like a straw banging against some glass?
I will say, Bizzy, that you feel more of an emotional connection to what you just heard. However, I want you to make a Constitution saving throw. And while that's happening, Karl, you hear off in the distance there is some kind of music playing.
Don't fucking tell me that there's another fucking paywall.
No.
I rolled a 15 on that.
Okay.
Constitution.
It is definitely not club music. It sounds way more easy to listen to. And also it has this sort of scratchy quality to it. Okay, with your 15. You experience transformation pains, and the battery heats up, but also you feel that your fur is momentarily statically charged.
Was what the? That's new.
What's new?
Static electricity. You know, when you just rub your hands together on carpet or something.
Oh, rub your hair against a balloon.
Hey, you're not here.
I will ask you to refrain from touching me. I'd rather not have a shock of my life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. Okay, I just look at him, dead ass stare, with a slow grin rising on my face, and a finger slowly going towards his face.
Not. Don't do it.
Wait, are you actually gonna touch him?
You shouldn't have told me. You shouldn't have told me.
Please, Karl.
I'm gonna like slowly walk back.
Please roll a Constitution saving throw, Karl.
Roll to avoid electricity.
I got a 19 for that one.
Okay, by the time Bizzy touches you, all of the static electricity is gone.
I point and laugh.
Yeah. Okay.
You know my finger is on your nose. I can just stick it up there if I want to.
Yeah.
You better not coat hanger my bloody nose.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that either.
Now, Karl, do you choose to go towards the music that you hear?
Yeah, I might as well.
You follow the sound of the music, and it brings you to some place outside of Macabre's private estate. You actually see that Gary is by the entrance, having a look around. But also you see that there is just out on a table a radio play. It's a very unusual radio because the way it is designed would make it unsuitable for normal operation, but you hear it's playing some sort of incidental tune. I want you to do an investigation roll.
An 11.
An 11. So you see that there is a dial on the radio. There's a number of things. There's a power switch. There's a volume switch. A volume dial. There's a screen that's showing you what is playing right now. There's also a dial on the other side which is used to change station. And you see that right now, the screen is not displaying anything useful. It is fully blank, whatever it's supposed to show. However, you can see on the screen that there is a station listing. Currently, a station without a name is highlighted, but there are 4 other stations that you can choose to select from. And their names are 4B, 17.1, MMYLC, and Prestige IF.
Well, I'll probably go down in that order, to be honest with you. Investigate all the ones, including the...
So the thing is, I don't think that we'll have time to cover all of them. But what you do notice is that this radio, you can actually pick it up. It's not affixed to anything.
With the one that's highlighted, I might as well investigate the one that's highlighted.
So the current station has no name. It is completely blank, and it just seems to be playing incidental, easy listening music, the kind of stuff that you would hear played in elevators, but it's incredibly compressed because this is a radio, obviously. You probably wouldn't have time to look at all 4 stations right now, but you could listen to just one.
Let's go Prestige.
Okay. Can I have you roll a d6, please?
A d6, okay.
Mm-hmm.
3.
3. Wolf, I'm speaking out of character. Wolf, I am going to need you for this segment, so please pay attention. Okay, so you switch the radio to Prestige IF, and you hear some smooth jazz and some radio call signs, but then I'd say Karl and Bizzy, and to a lesser extent Gary, can hear what's on the radio, and it goes like this. Hello everybody, and welcome to Prestige IF. I am your one and only concierge, and today we are joined by one of the people that we've been following with bated breath as this journey plays out. I want to welcome to the studio Wolf PvP. Say hello, sir.
Hello. I feel glad to be here.
Yes, we're so thankful that you could come here on such short notice. Anyway, we have a bunch of questions that we think that our audience would be very interested in hearing the answers for, so would you mind giving us some answers for those?
Alright, let's do it. Ask away.
Karl and Bizzy, do you have any reaction to what you're hearing?
I wonder why he's interviewing that child.
No. So you have heard that the concierge, as he calls himself, has referred to this person that is now speaking as Wolf. However,
Yep.
You are hearing the voice of whom right now?
Why does this sound like
Who names their child Wolf?
I don't know. Could be German.
Anyway, the interview starts up, and he goes
smack right in the middle of the name. Jeez.
So, from the outside looking in, you seem to have it out for your narrator, despite them not doing anything particularly noteworthy to warrant such behavior. Tell us about your history with them and what drives you to push their buttons through your vessel.
That is a very tough question, actually. Very tough question. We play games a lot, but well, we're just doing this thing, and I can't reveal anything else other than that, besides of what is on my character sheet. And it's... hold on, I gotta look at my character sheet.
Okay, no, he's not talking about your character. He's talking about you.
You.
Why do you antagonize me? That is the question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Now
that's
hereby
the
on
question.
trial.
Yeah.
Okay. Order in the court. Okay. I would like to rephrase all of that.
Sure.
You see, concierge, it's funny.
Is that all you're going to say?
Yes.
So he goes, huh. Well, I'm glad that we both have a sense of humor. Anyway,
Indeed.
we will move on to our next question. I presume you don't have much else to say on that topic. So, you have stated, as your vessel, that they are around 8 feet tall, but a height such as this is impractical for the journey. Do you think it's possible for your vessel to be mistaken in this assessment of themselves?
Possibly, possibly not.
Okay,
What
I
does he
see
mean by
that
vessel?
you are quite the quiet personality out of the ones that we have on offer. Anyway, final question for this evening. I wasn't expecting us to go through this so quickly. You have been given very little opportunity to elaborate on your vessel's history. I'll give you the floor right now to enlighten our audience members with this lore you've kept so close to your chest.
Okay. So my vessel, as you say, which is he grew up into a family with a very broad dragon history. His parents they trained him quite gruesomely, but he wanted to learn on how to become a fighter and a wizard at the same time, a magic user. On the way, he did make a very good friend, and, he had a very annoying neighbor. I will not say the neighbor's name, but I will specify the friend. His name is Egon. He's... From what my vessel knows, he is not... Egon is around 9'1".
Oh, that's even more impractical.
Well, he is a Goliath after all.
I suppose that makes sense, yes. Yes, Goliaths are far and few between. It's always shocking when we hear about them.
Yeah. He was also a part of the army, believe it or not. Skilled fighter.
That is great to hear. We have groundbreaking news coming out from this interview here.
And my vessel, in particular of what you say, he aspires to be like him, and like his parents at the same time, with the magical prowess and the battle strategies from all three of them combined into one body.
That is certainly enlightening. I want to thank you so much, Wolf, for coming onto this program. It's been a real pleasure having you here. And to everybody else, we will, in a short while, have another interview just like the last, but you keep coming back because you want to hear my voice. Anyway, I'm your concierge, signing off for now, and here we have our first song for the evening, Hurricane with Bloody Battleground. Take it away, fellas. And you begin hearing this screaming voice going, "I need a hand, and you better give it to me right now!"
I'm gonna change the thing.
You attempt to change the channel, but now all the radio is producing is static. It seems that it's completely garbled, whatever you're hearing.
That is so good. That is so great.
I think that was the weirdest interview I've ever heard.
You turned the radio off.
That was the shittest fucking interview I've ever heard in my entire life.
More importantly, is this someone that studied with or something? Because it sounds awfully familiar.
No, I don't bloody know.
I'll have to ask him later.
Yeah. In the meantime, we will now take a look at what Gary has uncovered. So, you are currently standing at the base of Macabre's private estate. It appears to be constructed in a way that it would be some kind of haunted house. However, the exterior is betraying that goal, because it appears to be some kind of upper-class old couple's home, like one you'd see at the end of a house-flipping reality TV show. The driveway is crooked but brightly paved, perfectly sculpted hedges. Even though it's really dark, these roof shingles, they're shining, and there's glossy windows. You see that there is a set of double doors that is the entrance, and there is also a small door that is accessible from a staircase going down that would appear to be the exit out of this mansion.
Okay, there's an entrance, there's an exit. Normally, I would just walk through it. But is there any... can I use perception to see if there's any balconies?
Sure, you can do that, yeah.
I gotta find perception now. There it is. Dirty 23.
23. Yes, you do you do indeed see that there is a front balcony. You also notice, bafflingly, that there is no door on this balcony. It's just windows, which sort of makes sense with the fact that this is trying to be a haunted mansion. They wouldn't want you going in the top, would they? They want everything to go through the front and come out the front, like a proper attraction. But with your high roll, I'd say that it would actually probably be worth exploring the balcony just to see what you could find up there.
All right. Well, I'm going to grab out my spell book. The Necrocandycon.
Yes, I think you still have the Necrocandycon.
I do. There it is.
Yes, yeah. You did throw a bunch of stuff out, but not that.
Yeah, which is good. And I'm going to use Misty Step.
Yes,
and
okay.
Aim for the top.
Right, yep. So you disappear in a visage of lollipop heads and you reappear on the balcony.
Whoa.
I want you... I'm going to need you to roll a D20 and a D10 and add the two together.
Okay, so D20 and we'll roll a D... Where's my D10? D10.
So basically a D30.
Yeah. Without a D1.
I
that's not how it
rolled a
works.
16.
A 16. So you see that on the top of this balcony, there is actually a table with some foldable chairs here, constructed in a way that it would appear to be some kind of, resting place for somebody to relax and look out. You see that there are some crates on the ground that contain a bunch of rations and stuff, like packaged goods that you would typically consume. And on the table is a large juice bottle that is, it has a bright orange coloration to it, but it is entirely opaque. You're unable to see what is inside it.
Usually I'll just taste it, but I'm just gonna store it.
Okay.
And we'll grab some of this rations too.
Yep. So, while you're here, also tell me some other things that you'd like to have, and I'll see if that makes sense given the current context.
Like on this balcony, or like
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping it to be like a black coat or something. To like cover, like if I want to sneak, it gives me extra sneak or something. I don't know.
Okay. You don't find anything of the sort. However, there is like a brown coat. It's clear that this doesn't have magical properties. It's just some kind of outfit that someone hung over a chair.
Well, my old outfit is destroyed, so why not?
Okay, yeah. So you take this brown coat. Sure. Anything else?
Cool animation, engage.
Cool animation, just fling it around. Yeah.
Yep, pretty much. Just imagine that, the cool animation.
I'll tell you what, this coat actually reminds you of that time that Tipper turned black and white when you were fighting that pilot. Very similar coat, but now it's your size and not black and white. You have anything to say about that?
Damn it.
The slightest little grin in my face right now.
Yeah. Man, Gary is just...
I can't hold my laughter.
Gary is losing it.
Gary is cackling now, like looking at himself wearing this coat, remembering what Tipper was doing.
I think to myself, I look around.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing on the table. Nothing really. These rations, who knows how long they've been here.
Well, the rations typically last for a very long time when they're still packaged. And you see that the packaging is not disturbed. So you could take these and it would probably be no issue at all.
I take a look at the rations and I see what flavor it was. Cherry.
Yeah, like it has like, the identification ration L cherry flavor. I don't know.
I don't particularly like cherry. Cherry's not my flavor. I guess
it's rations nonetheless.
I guess Karl could have some of this or something. He might like cherry. Tipper maybe. look around.
Yeah. You take the juice bottle, the coat, the rations that you see on the ground, and well, that's pretty much it for this balcony. So yeah, you can hop down now.
I jump down.
Mm-hmm.
Nearly hurt my legs, but luckily I have very strong legs.
Yeah.
And
around this time, you are hearing Karl and Bizzy standing around the radio talking to themselves about what they're hearing. And then, of course, the really loud screaming comes on and they just turn the radio off in disgust.
The loud sound shook me for a bit, but I got my act back together.
Mm-hmm.
And I decide to look at the door and walk through it. Because, well, what else am I going to do?
Roll
Just
a
stand here and do
wisdom
nothing?
saving throw.
Wait. God damn it.
Who the fuck are you?
I got a 21.
A 21? Okay, that's good, it's good. So, you approach the front door and you very slowly open it just to see what's inside. You're holding your hands out, pushing on this door. You are shocked to see that the inside of this mansion does not match the outside. The outside has this really nice homely look to it, but the inside is horror fuel. This is stereotypical horror movie mansion shenanigans. We've got a dark foyer area that's lit with a chandelier. Everything is really dull tones. There's 2 staircases on either side that have a rug carpet kind of thing that goes down them with these striking but also intimidating colors. And there's these 2 floors, and you see that there's there's 2 doors on either side on both floors, and it just looks like somewhere that you do not want to be.
I expected much worse. A horror situation.
Who the fuck are you? How did you get in my house? I'm gonna phone the police.
I strangely hear a strange voice.
No.
And I wonder what the frick was that, but I really didn't care enough.
Sure. I'll say that you hear that as a ghostly voice inside. Just some disgruntled old man going, "What are you doing in my house?" As you lower the amount of pressure you're putting on the doors, you realize that these doors are primed to close. So if you were to come in here, they would close on you and likely lock you in.
I think about it for a second. These doors feel weird. They can lock anytime I go through this door. For me, that would be incredibly stupid. But I like a bit of danger. I go through the door, letting it lock itself. Because I'm not scared of any of ghosts.
Are you sure about this? I think, how about let's roll wisdom saving throw one more time, shall we?
What?
Wisdom
It is a
saving
7.
A 7. Okay. So, I'll say that what you do is understanding that this door is going to close on itself. You figure that your best course of action would be to jam the door. And you're going to take something out of your inventory that will help you do that. Can you decide on something?
Yeah, let me look at the inventory of stuff that Oh, you know what? Perfect. I grabbed the broken PVC pipe.
Ah, yes. That is incredibly strong. Mm-hmm.
I'm going. Sure.
Yeah.
I jam it in there, and I looked in my bag, and then I realized, flashlight. Perfect.
Yes.
Grab the
okay.
flashlight.
So yes, you are holding the doors open with this half-broken PVC pipe. That one side is flat, the other side is pointing and it's got shards on it. And you have your flashlight out, and yep, you are going to begin exploring this mansion.
Sorry, I was just about to say, and I think about it, and I put the flashlight back because I have a spell called Dark Vision. So
Dark Vision.
Just gonna turn on Dark Vision.
Yeah, sure. I actually think that Dark Vision is innate.
I do not know.
Yeah. Dark Vision is an innate quality of adventurers, but the spell Dark Vision increases your Dark Vision. So
that's what it
sure.
does.
You can cast that, no problem whatsoever. You're going to be exploring the mansion. I think we'll now circle back and we'll get everybody to roll initiative one more time.
Did anyone beat my 16? I
I
probably
got a
will.
9.
Probably.
A 9.
14.
I'll challenge that.
Funny you should mention that, Gary.
19.
A 19.
Oh, 19. Who got the 17? Was it Tip?
I got the 17.
Okay, 17. Right.
I'm always going last.
Okay, so
You're with Tipper!
Bizzy, you are currently with Karl right now, but I'll give you the two an opportunity to split up if you want, because maybe you, Karl, you might want to actually go to the firing range now.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to the firing range.
All right. Bizzy, is there somewhere that you'd like to go, or are you just going to follow him?
No, I was gonna go over to the bumper cars, like I said.
Okay, bumper
See if
cars.
I can activate
Right.
them with Thunderclap.
Yeah. So, yes, you indeed go back the way you came towards the bumper cars. And you'll see that, yes, it is just some kind of bumper cars ride, but it's completely pitch black. Whatever is going on here, this electricity is not traveling to this ride. It's completely non-functional. There's a big sign saying closed due to no power. Are you going to try to start it up?
Power, huh? Well, let's see about that. Where's the electric box?
None of these rides have had any kind of transformer powering them.
Okay, just to clarify, none of the rides have like any sort of power box,
Nothing.
source of energy.
Yeah.
I wonder how this gets activated. I will try to cast Thunderclap.
Okay, let's see your hit DC.
Come on, Constitution!
When there's something strange.
Yes! 12. No, not 12, sorry. 15.
15. Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Uh-oh.
Well, damage.
It's a damaging spell. You've got to roll it.
Oh, 1.
A 1. Okay, so you cast Thunderclap at this bumper cars ride, and yes, you indeed see that it does momentarily flicker to life, but just as quickly as it does, it loses its power again. You were unable to see into the ride because it was so sudden.
That's just a big disappointment.
I take off the battery pack and maybe connect it to something metallic.
Okay, I want you to go and roll. Oh, what would this be? Because it could be Arcana, it could be, nah, it's gonna be Arcana. Let's do Arcana.
I get a critical failure and get electrocuted.
Yes.
It's an 11.
Oh,
It's
no,
an 11.
it's 11. I thought you were actually saying that you were gonna get a critical fail. Okay, no.
I was just saying if I did get a critical fail, I would get electrocuted.
Yes, that's what would happen. Among other things. But, yeah, so you got a 12, was it?
11.
11. Okay, so yeah, you take the battery off and you're trying to look around to see if there's any kind of place that you could hook it up to. With this battery off, you now see that on the inside, it's glowing on its own. It's this faint red glow that you didn't see in it before. It would probably be an indication of how charged the battery is. And also considering the fact that you felt static electricity before, it may have reached a significant charge to be able to do stuff.
That is either a cause for alarm or that's something good. I can't decide. To clarify, is the ride working or not?
Currently, it is still out of power. You need to affix this battery to it somehow.
I am going to sit the battery pack into one of the bumper cars, and I'm going to connect it to the metal wiring or not wiring, like anything metallic on the car.
Right, yeah. So, I want you to roll. Let's go sleight of hand this time. Huh?
Natural 1.
Oh no.
No. With modifiers, it's a 5, but it's a natural 1.
Yeah. Well, because you got a nat 1, we're gonna do the thing. So you go over to one of these bumper cars, and reminder, it's completely dark inside this bumper car arena. So you're carrying this heavy battery, you put it down, and you're trying to feel around the car. However, the act of putting the battery in the car even though it's not connected to anything, basically lets the electricity spread. It's not going to power the car. However, as you touch it, you feel an extreme bout of electricity shock you, going straight through your body. You reflexively pull back, but that is your gut instinct. Everything else about your mental state changes. You unconsciously begin to act incredibly passive and neutral, shall we say. I think you know more than me how you would act in this situation.
Okay, let's maybe not do that. Okay, what needs to be done?
So I'd say that you probably would abandon this idea, and you just put the backpack on again.
Yep. Okay, yep, I knew this was a bad idea. Okay, I'm just gonna not do that.
Yeah, so as Bizzy starts walking out of the bumper car arena, she is rambling to herself and appears to be walking... Where would you be walking towards?
That is a good question.
So I think that there's one of two possibilities. Either you're going to leave the carnival, or you're going to go towards somebody else. For example, Karl, maybe.
Well, I don't want to leave the carnival.
Okay, all right. So let's just say that you start wandering towards Karl, where you think he is. You have an idea of where the firing range is. So you're going to go in that direction. Okay. So that is you down. Tipper, we will now move on to you. Whom is with you right now?
Yes.
You both have basically had a full game of mini golf here. Now these holes, there were 9 of them, and each of them had a different gimmick. One thing that you noticed as you went in is that these holes were designed after some kind of fictional European town. You see a lot of condensed together buildings that form these like swerve around the track. There's these like wooden supports. It's kind of like Venice, but overground. And then the further along you got, the more, let's say brutalist it became. There were a lot more of these impressive steel structures that would poke up from the holes. And especially the 9th hole was pretty crazy, because there was this big spiraling funnel that went down, and there was even a hand crank which you operated, which shot the ball up into the sky, and then it landed near the hole. Did you play with him, or was it just Tipper that played? Okay, you both played. I want you to both roll a d6 for me.
A d6?
Mm-hmm.
5.
A 5?
2.
Okay, so, you overall got a birdie, considering your entire score, and Tipper got a bogey.
Oh.
But
I mean,
regardless, it was fun. You didn't really care that much about the score anyway.
Don't probably understand how this would work.
Yes.
Oh no, you played a whole game of it, so you had your fun.
Okay.
So you're now at the end of the mini golf. Would you two like to do what's attracting your attention now?
What do you think? I wanted to come here. Your turn.
Alright, let me just look at this map again.
Okay, so you can't...
Are these maps everywhere, by the way?
No, it's just at the front entrance. Would you like to go back to it?
Yes.
Please roll perception, both of you?
So, hang on, I got a question.
Yes.
Were the golf clubs taller than me?
Yeah, the golf clubs would be pretty big, which I don't know if they're taller than you. I'd say that they're not, but it would give reason for why you got a bogey.
Okay. I mean, there are child-sized ones.
So wait, well, what did you say we need to roll?
Perception.
Perception.
So, what was yours?
5.
A 5?
Mine is 11.
Okay. As you're making your way to the sign further ahead, Tipper, you notice that in the sky above where you are, there is a big sort of balloon that has a fin on the end. It's chrome, but it's not shiny, so it's just in the air, and you can see its shadow moving along the ground with it. That's all you know about this. You just see that there is this thing that's in the sky and it's moving over the top of the carnival.
This place is full of surprises.
Well, what'd you look at?
He points out the big thing to you. Whom you would know that this is a zeppelin.
Oh, a zeppelin. How did I get one of those in here?
Zeppelin? Zeppelin?
Yeah, zeppelin. It's a type of air vehicle, like a plane or a hot air balloon.
Oh.
The zeppelin has moved forward now, and it's now casting a shadow over where the map was.
I'm even surprised how they even got a zeppelin in here.
You're unsure of whether it belongs to the carnival or not.
Can I roll history to go back on the memory of when we were looking at the map to see what's on that map?
Yes. Roll history, yes.
9.
You basically only remember the location of, because you went to Novelties and Sundries, and you know that you're supposed to meet up at the Rollerdrome by the end of this. And I think you guys went to mini golf, so those are the only real places you know. Yeah, you kind of want to look at that map again. How about Tipper? You roll history, Tipper.
Perhaps I know something.
Yes.
6.
Nah, you know exactly the same as what Hum knows.
Like something's dropped on my head. I don't remember a single thing on that map.
You both
Same
do
here.
need to go look at the map again.
Let's go toward the map.
Please roll wisdom saving throw, both of you.
Wisdom saving throw. 16.
That's good though.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I know.
Oh, you got a 6, Tipper?
Oh no.
Oh dear. Hey, you made it to the halfway point of this episode. It will continue shortly, but we'd like to let you know that this is our very first proper experience with Dungeons & Dragons, and it took a lot of work for us to create this homebrewed campaign from scratch. We had no sense of how good interp'd reality could be for the longest time, so if you've enjoyed what you've heard so far, consider giving us a like and sharing this episode with your friends. You never know who will want to join in on the adventure. That's all for the mid-rolls, so let's get back into the action. Which of you is ahead at this time?
It would be me then.
Okay. Tipper, you walk into the shadow, hoping to get to the map. You just want to, your primary focus is just look at the map, figure out what's going on in the carnival. But you stand back a little, just, checking everything, seeing if things are okay. And as Tipper walks into the shadow, you see that in various places around where the shadow is, these wooden cross posts begin to slowly rise up out of the shadow. And then the higher they get, you see that they have strings that are coming down from them and going into the darkness of the shadow. So basically the puppet on a string kind of things. They're rising up from the ground.
Tipper.
What are you waiting
You
for
might-
him? Come on.
At this
You
point,
might
Tipper is
wanna-
already at the map. And you're looking at it. And I'll say, Tipper, where would you like to go?
House of Mirrors.
Oh, you like to go to the House of Mirrors?
Don't recall there being a House of Mirrors.
No, there is.
As Tipper is inspecting the map, these wooden posts continue to rise out. More and more of these strings are becoming visible.
Okay, clear warning. There's puppeteer stuff.
What now?
Puppeteer items. You know how puppets work, right? Or do you not know?
No.
No,
Okay,
he
I'll-
doesn't know what puppets are. Oh,
Okay, I'll quickly explain it. They are little figurines
Oh my
on
goodness.
strings, and the stuff that controls them is wood and string.
You two have been talking a bit. It seems that Tipper seems to be leaning towards the House of Mirrors. You go to return to him. Make a perception roll for me, Tipper.
18.
18. You stop before you turn around from near the map, and you see that there is this cross post and strings right in front of you. It's likely to presume that you would have gotten tangled in it if you had walked any further. Fortunately, there aren't that many around, so you could just walk around them.
What a strange thing.
Tipper doesn't realize the gravity of what he just avoided as he comes out of the shadow completely unscathed, and whom you see that the cross posts are now starting to go back into the ground at the same rate they were coming out.
Oh, right. Let's go.
Okay.
So yeah, you two are going to go towards the House of Mirrors. Now, because of that, I'll actually delay it for now, and we'll move on to Gary. Gary, would you like to go somewhere else?
It's stuck in the haunted mansion.
Oh yes, correct. You are in the haunted mansion.
Oh,
I
the bloody
forgot.
haunted mansion.
I was going to say, I got my weird coat that makes me sound like what happened
No,
to
it
Tipper,
doesn't change
and I
your
go,
sound. It's just a coat, okay? It just
It makes me
reminds
feel
you of
like
what
it.
happened with Tipper. That's all.
All right. I stopped with the voice because that was a fun time, and I continue on my journey.
Yeah. Okay, so you are currently in the foyer of this private estate. And you see that there are 2 floors, 2 staircases that take you up to the 2nd floor. There's a room to your left, to your right. Up the stairs, there's also a room to the left and to the right. Oh, and there's also a door directly in front of you on the lowest floor.
Interesting.
Please roll perception and tell me which door you're going to have a look at.
All right. I rolled a 17.
17. Okay,
And
which door would you like to look at?
I would like to look the door to my left.
To your left. Okay. You see that it is some kind of dining hall. And actually, there appears to be a whole host of food that is currently served on the table, just sitting out. It looks quite fresh, and you even see that there's steam coming off some of the hotter parts of the meals.
Interesting.
Now, bear in mind that this entire place still looks dark and, scary. So, keep an eye out.
Someone was here. As I grab a piece of leg of chicken, I start eating it.
Okay. So you do walk in and you pick up a piece of chicken and you're eating it. As you're eating it, a nearby chair slides along the ground, kind of irritating with the noise it makes as it scrapes along the ground. It bumps into you and basically gets you to sit down, and then it scrapes back to its original place. So now you are basically sitting at the end of the table, eating this chicken.
This is, well, not the weirdest thing I've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it? This involves more investigation.
Yes. How about an intelligence saving throw?
God, if I get through, it's a D20.
Oh, you got a 20?
22. I got a 20.
Was that a natural 20?
I got a natural 20.
Okay. So you quickly realize that although it's nice to have some of this chicken and whatnot, you shouldn't stick around because the sequence of events that is playing out is leading you to believe that either you are going to be stuffed with food or it's just going to fly in your face. Probably the latter.
Right. Let's not stick around here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, mysterious chair.
So you walk out. You begin to walk out of this room. You've got this chicken leg in your hand. You're still eating it. But as you walk out, you feel that there was a platter of let's just say bread that was sitting, and it flings towards you and decks you in the face. You will take 3 points of damage.
Okay. That's
So you get out of that room before anything else happens.
Yeah, even with dark vision. Like, no, I couldn't see that. God, my reflexes are shit.
No.
I just think to myself, my reflexes are terrible.
Yeah. Well, it traveled so fast that you wouldn't have been able to figure it out. Anyway, you're back in the foyer. There's still a bunch of other rooms that you've yet to have a look at. Any you're interested in?
Well, let's head to the right now.
Okay. I'm not going to get you to re-roll perception because you're doing pretty good. You're learning. So
I'm learning.
you go into the right room and you now see that this is some kind of office. It's a bit hard to tell immediately what this office would be for, but then you notice that there are pictures of completely unrelated houses. And kind of like the exterior of apartments and other sorts of things. Does your character have any experience with real estate?
Oh,
actually, yeah, probably.
Good question. Probably.
You live in like an upper class house in your neighborhood, right? So
yep.
Yeah, you would have experience with this, so you know that this is a real estate office.
Huh. Okay.
There's a whole bunch of papers stacked up on some tables, and
someone was clearly rich.
Yeah, I would like you to roll investigation.
Radio. Okay, let's see what I can find. Apparently nothing.
Oh, that's not good. 9.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so you walk in and you're just sort of glancing around, kind of. You're treating this as like just a sort of exploration thing, right? Like, oh, I'll just take in the sights. But as you get further into the room, some of the papers from the desk lift up and they start flying around the room. You're a bit startled, but for the most part, you don't really react until there's more and more papers now that are flying around you. It's a bit unnerving how many there are. Please roll a
this is pretty cool.
Please roll a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. Dirty 20, 21.
Okay. You run out of that room before things get crazy.
Okay,
and
I don't feel like dealing with that.
And you run into the room that you would have seen if you had gone directly forward from the foyer, which is... Oh, actually, before that, please give me an investigation check.
Yeah, sure. Can I do a reroll?
You would like a curse?
You know what? Let's make this journey interesting. I will take a curse.
Yes,
I got a 6.
please.
I don't want to do that.
Yep. Let's give me your
All right.
curse roll and then re-roll investigation.
So, to D100.
Yep.
We got a 63.
63.
And my...
Got it.
I'll take that. A 16. I'll take that.
Okay, so a 16 in your investigation, but your curse immediately activates. You become a swapped gender version of yourself.
Oh my god, I get to be hot?
Ah, yes you do! Yes you do!
I get to be hot!
That's your first thought.
On your way towards what you see is a library, you notice that there is actually some kind of manhole in like a trap door in the ground that you would have just passed by if you had not noticed it. So you can either go into the trapdoor or you can have a look in the library.
Well, this is very interesting. I tried to jump over the trapdoor, but I got women figures now, so I don't know how well this is gonna work.
It's not the kind of trapdoor that you would fall in. It's one of those ones where you actively have to pull it up to see what's underneath it. So it's your choice.
How much? Wait. Okay, so with this gender swap, it changes my figure, right?
Yes.
Am I still strong or am I like sort of weak now?
Please roll a strength check.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
Let's find out. Let's find out just how strong you are. Oh, also inspiration.
I am not that strong.
No? What'd you get?
I got a 4.
Now I want to just go over because I forgot to give out some inspiration. I think I'll give one to Bizzy for the bumper cars, and I think I'll also give one to... Oh, crap, can I give one? I can't give one to Tipper because he's already got one. So, freaking... Wait, you all have inspiration!
Okay, who hasn't been using their inspiration?
Wait. Some... Oh, yeah. Somebody used theirs. So, yes, take inspiration, yeah. Right, so yeah, Gary, you are not strong enough to lift up the trapdoor in your current state. So you just move forward and look at the library. And yeah, it's a big library.
Books.
Actually, give me a history roll, please.
Let's hope he got
Why
12.
would you do that game?
It's a 5.
5.
Okay, so nothing really jumps out to you about this library. It's a pretty standard upper class library that you would see in a Victorian style house. You know, long shelves that encompass the entire wall, going all around. I want you to roll a wisdom check.
Radio. Yeah, you know what? 12.
So far you've been looking around and you haven't really seen a purpose for why this is, you know, like a haunted house attraction. Why is this a haunted house? But now you sort of understand what's going on. In each of these rooms, well, you presume that there is in each of these rooms, there is a key that you're supposed to find as a means to get out. Because you find a key in the room that you're in right now. It's sitting underneath one of the books on these shelves. Please roll a d6 for me.
All right.
Oh, rolls today for Gary.
6.
Oh, that's good. So you pull out a golden circle-headed key that has spokes that make it look like a sun, and also 2 small holes punched in its head.
This key looks like a sun. I wonder what that represents.
Here comes the sun.
With this key in hand, you turn around and you now see that there are tall stacks of books that are on the ground and they're sliding near you, similar to how the chair was sliding around in the dining hall.
Whoa. Okay.
Are you gonna do something about this?
Don't really have a flint and steel or something.
Oh, you want to try and burn it?
I had that thought, but I don't have a flint and steel, so I can't really.
You have gasoline.
And how am I meant to light that?
Well, you need to strike it. So you would need to use because like a match, you know.
Okay, let me just check something.
You could expend one of your arrows maybe to try and light the gasoline. Although it would be at disadvantage because that's a pretty flimsy thing to do.
Yeah. Actually, I wonder if this works. Okay, so is it like a wall of books or like just like pillars of books?
Pillars of books, yes.
Alright, so like, are they blocking the entrance?
No, they are not blocking the way out of here. They are just near you and coming closer.
Interesting. Well, I wait for them to get a little bit closer and then activate Misty Step to the entrance.
Okay. So you do that, and as you're beginning to teleport away, the stacks of books begin to tumble and fall towards you. But you teleport just in time. You get out of that room. You're back in the foyer with this golden key.
This key is interesting.
As you turn around, you... no, hold on a second. Before that, please roll a Arcana for me.
Damn it. 18. So close to a 20.
Well,
so
that's
close.
still good. That's still good.
I know, but it was like that tiny bit closer to the 20 than the...
Yeah, you look back at the entrance to the mansion and you see that the PVC pipe that you put in the door is now starting to buckle and crack. It's been holding this door out for so long, and the door has been continually trying to close. It's now giving way. You probably want to get out of here.
But I really want to explore more. Do I have anything in my bag I could just throw back in there? Where's my bag?
Well, you have another one of these PVC pipes, I think, because you broke it. You have two.
Oh, I have two. Oh, that's right.
You have two of them.
I broke it in half.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I grabbed the other PVC pipe and launch it back in there.
Okay, so that door's now fixed open again, but it'll probably last about the same amount of time. So what are you thinking of doing now?
I kind of want to see if I can find those 4 keys.
No, I never said that there's 4 keys. I said that you presume that the point of this mansion is to look for keys. You found one of them.
Okay. Give me a second. I have to understand this context.
Yeah.
Freaking. Okay, you know what? I'm going to the top. I'm going the top left.
Okay. So
I've already looked all the bottom.
Yeah. What you walk into now is essentially bedrooms. Yes, these are bedrooms. You walk up and you notice that the sheets are occupied. There's something underneath it. From the distance that you are at, you don't know if it is moving or not. Please roll an investigation for me.
Okay. While I do that, I'm going to pull out my bow and just be ready.
Yes.
Just in case.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. I got a 6.
Okay. You pull open the sheets, you throw them off, and you realize that there are skeletons sleeping in these beds. Now, these skeletons are not alive. They are completely dormant. Nothing is going on with them. They're just regular old skeletons that have been left behind. You feel a compulsion to go to sleep. Please roll a intelligence saving throw.
I honestly don't think that's a good idea, but okay. I got a 15.
Okay, you resist the compulsion, but you continue to feel it affecting you, so you leave the bedrooms before anything else happens.
Right, I do not feel like sleeping with a bunch of skeletons in this room, so
far it's been 0 for 4 so far. You have had bad experiences in every single one of these rooms. There is still one room left, as well as that trapdoor, but you are questioning whether it's even worth continuing to explore this mansion.
Yep, I'm going into that other room. I'm already up here, I might as well.
Okay. Right, so now what you enter into is a nursery. It's pretty obvious that this would be used to, take care of a little guy that's part of the family. You see all kinds of dolls and toys. Actually, for you, Gary, I will say that you see some dolls that look eerily similar to the other adventurers that you have been traveling with on your travels, as well as some other key figures. You also see, I'd say, General Ratter. Gappa is here. The bear that took you out of the Scarlet Rangers base. So there's a whole bunch of similar looking dolls to things you've seen before.
Right, I look at that, think of my words very carefully, and I close the door.
Yep, just get out of there. Okay.
I hate dolls.
Yeah.
No, just no.
You have basically explored everything except the trapdoor, but as you look over to the front door, you see that the second PVC pipe is also cracking. Please roll dexterity.
I really want to know what that trapdoor is. Why do you have to be a woman? I don't mean that in a terrible context.
It's only because you rolled a bad strength. That's all.
I'm so annoyed about that. I rolled a 14.
He would be a tomboy.
A 14? Okay. You begin running towards at first you're like, I want to see the trapdoor, but then the lights turn off in the foyer and you're like, I definitely cannot be here. So you run towards this front door, and you jump over the pipes that you have put in the door, and I'd say the moment that you do, the pipes break completely and the doors slam shut. You've made it out scot-free. Also, your curse wears off.
Oh, now it does.
Yes,
oh, great.
It wears off, and you still have the gold key that you procured.
Okay.
All right.
This is interesting.
Karl, let's go to you. So you are approaching the firing range, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so at the firing range, it's very odd. Like, as you approach, you see that there's multiple fences that you need to open and shut to get to it. Safety precautions, of course. And then when you arrive, you see that there's obviously the part where you sit or like lean down in order to shoot. There are mounted guns in each of the compartments that you shoot out of. And as you look further into the firing range, you notice that there are a whole bunch of nondescript humanoids that are running around inside the firing range. They have faces, but they are completely expressionless. They're just running around and ducking behind cover and just moving all over the place. Probably firing targets, it's hard to tell. But also, I'd say that you have a look at the compartments that you see. You see in the first compartment, there is a gun that looks like a tube. The second one, there's a present that's mounted on where the gun should be. Third, there's a revolver. And fourth, there is a long rifle with some, it's like there's a globe just stuck in the middle of the gun.
I want to pick up the revolver.
Okay, so you walk over and right now the revolver is mounted, but you do indeed feel that you can pick it up. And what you see is that this revolver is very special looking. It is very shiny and chrome, as is typical for revolvers, but it also has an oddly bulky frame. There are a number of parts of the revolver that are black and matte. For example, the front of the gun, the handle, and also a scope that is on top, which you determine is a laser sight. As you pick it up, you see that the laser sight turns grey. So it was originally red, now it's grey. And you also notice that on the chrome of the revolver, there are these black markings that are like tattoos, but as you observe it, you notice that they're moving.
What the fuck happened to this one? What the So, okay, what kind of revolver is it? Is it a single action or double action?
In that respect, I would say that you can fire it multiple times without needing to put another bullet in it.
No, do I need to cock the...
oh, I see. Do you need to cock it
time?
back and forth every time? I'm going to say yes.
What the fuck happened to this rusting gusser?
Are you settling down to shoot?
Yes. Is there also binoculars?
No, there are not binoculars, but, there's plenty of light around, so you're able to tell what's going on. Oh, you can use the scope on the revolver.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna shoot then.
Okay, you take your position down, getting down low, and you're holding the revolver in your hands, and, to your left, you hear some sort of whisper that sounds masculine, but at first it's kind of like hard to tell like where it's coming from, but you know it's to your left. And it goes, "Good choice."
Thank you.
It continues and it says, "So you're looking to improve your skills, huh?"
Yes and no.
I know that you'll need to improve your skills anytime.
What makes you say that?
Everyone needs to. It's not a attack on your skills yourself. I know you're very good at what you do, but you can always improve.
As one would say, yes.
Would you like to look at whatever is talking to you?
Sure.
Okay. Please roll an investigation.
That's a fucking 8.
You look to your left, and you see that behind the wall nearby you, like it has a window through it so that you could see who else is shooting in that direction. You see that there is a sniper with a helmet on that is leaning down, looking through a rifle, and like he's not using the present that is mounted in this compartment. He's just sitting down. He's got a rifle, but he is glowing completely white. The only thing you can see, and like the rifle is also glowing, the only thing you can make out about him is his mouth as he moves it.
Practically glowing there, son.
Yes. I am known for the wisdom I impart, but I'll give you this piece of advice. You don't have to think.
Yeah. Solid advice, I'd say.
If you think about things too much, you'll just burden yourself with your plans. And I know that there's a place and a time for it, but for the most part, when you've got these firearms or whatever it may be, you don't have to think. You can just go with it.
Yes, I guess so.
Alright then. Show me what you can do then.
Okay.
You are going to now line up a shot on these random humanoids that are running around this firing range, or would you rather just shoot like a stationary target?
I'll shoot at the stationary target first. And
Okay.
Then I'll go.
There's nothing on the firing range that would be a stationary target, like no targets that you aim at. What instead do you substitute for a stationary target?
Is there a can?
Yeah, sure, there's cans.
I'll shoot at a can first.
Okay. I want you to roll a strength first.
Alright. It's fucking 7.
Yeah, so the revolver jams. Oh, you're thinking about things too much.
Thinking about things too. Thank you. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try again.
Yeah, you clear the jam and you point the revolver back out. Please roll strength again.
10.
Okay. I'm going to say that hits. Roll a d20, please.
That is a 16.
16. You shoot the revolver and it produces the flare that you're expecting from the end of the revolver. But from it, instead of a bullet, a thick but somewhat small blob of something black with like weird rainbow streaks in it is flung out and lands on top of the can, sort of sinking down into it. And you hear the person to your left going, well, looks like that's your new target.
What do you mean?
Oh, you'll see in a moment. You watch as the blob continues to move about. It starts pulling itself up and forming the rough shape of a can, but it's larger. It's still this black rainbowy material. And you also see as like something akin to a mouth begins to spread along it. You see some teeth.
What the fuck?
What did I say? Don't think, just shoot.
This is the weirdest fucking firing range I've ever been to. I'm gonna shoot again, I guess.
Okay, roll a d20.
8.
8. Okay, so you shoot the revolver, and this time you feel as a rocket appears at the front of the revolver, and like it's suspended in the air for a moment, but then it starts to travel faster and faster, and you realize that like you're holding the revolver, and you realize that the laser sight is a guiding beam for the rocket.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Please roll dexterity.
Did you get an American's favorite dream? When Americans wet dream.
Just a dexterity?
Yep, just dexterity check.
14.
14. You angle the rocket towards the black blob that this revolver shot out, and before the rocket hits, you hear coming from the blob, which has now formed a like some form of mouth, it says in this really deep and intimidating voice, "Your character doesn't know that!" And then the rocket hits the blob and explodes, and you no longer see it.
What the fuck?
Well, I'd say that you did a pretty good job there, kind sir.
Thank you, but... What?
I know it's a lot to take in, but I've been watching you, and you've been doing very good so far. You're helping everybody come to terms with what's going on and how things should be.
What do you mean by that?
Please roll perception.
14.
You look at this sniper, this glowing sniper, trying to figure out what's going on, and you realize that their bottom half is not legs. And as you follow it along, you see that there is a big, like, blobby kind of being that is all glowing white, and it, like, the sniper was its tail. You look up now and you see this some kind of creature, and it has these ears that point out, as well as a downward triangle face. It's got these whiskers, but it also has some on at the top and bottom of its face, almost like a crosshair, but not quite. And it has a diamond-shaped eye that is looking directly at you.
What the fuck?
I know, it's quite intimidating to see me for the first time, but I only intend the best for you, Karl.
Okay.
You should know who I am, so that you can call upon me at any time. My name is Kolto.
Kolto, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
I would introduce myself, but I believe you already know my name.
Yes, I already know. I'm very pleased with how things have been turning out. You've been doing a great deal, helping everybody around here, and bringing, I guess, revolution? It's a bit cliche, don't you think, calling everything that?
I guess, but don't think I've really been doing much to help.
In the time that this has happened, Bizzy, you have been walking towards the firing range this whole time, mumbling towards yourself, and you see this big white blob that is, like, staring towards the firing range.
What the fuck is that thing?
Actually, give me a charisma saving throw, yes.
Charisma saving throw.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 6.
You believe that this big white thing is that one guy you worked for, and given your current state, business as usual.
Sir, I wasn't expecting you to be here at all. How can I be of assistance today?
Oh, looks like your friend has shown up.
Yes,
I'll tell you what, I wasn't expecting this. I was kind of hoping that we would have a one-on-one encounter, but, well, you can't control this sometimes. Or maybe I'm just out of practice.
Out of practice, that you are not, sir.
Don't stress yourself. Whatever you're going through, I'm sure it's not a big deal. Anyway, Karl, you know my name. You're already on the right track. I don't have to help you too much, but again, if you need my help, you can just call on me.
okay.
While he's saying all of that, my face is, like, twisting in contortion, like, since when has he ever said that?
Yeah. And Kolto goes, you can go back to firing now.
I'm probably gonna need a minute.
That's okay. I think it's more natural if you stop looking at me.
Okay.
So you're going to agree with him and turn away?
Yes.
So you turn away and Kolto disappears. Bizzy sees Kolto disappear. Now bear in mind that Bizzy does not know Kolto's name, nor does anybody else. Bizzy just saw Kolto for a moment and saw him disappear. So, yeah. How does Bizzy feel about that?
So, I wasn't expecting him to be here. I wasn't expecting you to be talking to him. What the fuck is he doing here? It's okay, it's fine. It was bound to happen eventually, but it doesn't matter. Hi, how are you? Doing okay? I guess.
I think I should ask you that question, actually.
Me? Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. Just business as usual. Business as usual. Yep, business as usual. Yep.
Are you sure?
It's totally. Just a regular day, and another day, another dollar not going straight to my pocket, and instead going to the pocket of that brute. Been doing okay here?
Yes.
I'd say around this time, Karl is away from the firing range. He's stood up, but you keep the revolver that you picked up.
Okay.
Your attention now is mainly focused on Bizzy and how weird she's acting.
I pull out my cigarette box. You look like you need one.
I don't look on the job. Sorry. I keep it professional. Yes. Yes, I do. Professional.
Okay. I'm going to take one out and put one in my mouth and I'm going to light it.
Yeah, sure, yeah. You start smoking and, Bizzy just continues to, ramble to you about things and, please roll history and, Bizzy roll deception.
Oh, deception, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Okay, with a modifier it's a 2, but it's a natural 1.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So many
okay.
natural ones.
Yeah, Karl,
I
you
have
are
been
able
cursed
to
with
see
that one.
right through Bizzy's facade. It is obvious that she is putting on some kind of false front to try and do something. You're not quite sure what, because you didn't get that good of a history roll. You feel that Bizzy has probably endured something in the past that she is trying to adhere to in this moment. It's very strange the way she's acting.
Walk with me.
Now I don't exactly get off shift until later.
Yeah, the boss can fucking kiss my ass.
You really
Yeah.
shouldn't be saying that, but
Union mandatory break.
union in the pipes. That's union in the pipes.
Karl, roll history again.
That's an 8.
Bizzy's fleeting mention of the pipes does not register with you.
Right. But you know they say union mandatory break. Walk with me. Yeah?
I don't really have much of a choice in this, do I?
No, you really don't. So I'm gonna walk with Bizzy up to the quiet lookout.
You're gonna. Oh, wait, the quiet lookout. I actually think you would probably be headed towards the rollerdrome because it's around that time that you should be getting back to meeting with everybody, and you all agreed to stop by the rollerdrome.
Okay.
Okay.
The last two people that I need to get to before we reach the rollerdrome is Hum and Tipper. You have both begun to enter ye old House of Mirrors. So, on the outside, it looked like it would have been some kind of hospital-themed ride. You see that there is the tall windows and the emergency ward and stuff like that, but it has deteriorated over time more so than any other ride here. But you do see that there is some kind of cart. It would appear that this is a automatic ride that you can let it take you on.
Interesting. How is it even operating when the bumper cars didn't have power?
Who knows?
Okay, I would like to perform
guess we-
Arcana.
Okay, yep,
Guess we
Arcana.
go in the seats here.
That's a 17.
17. So you're trying to assess how this place gets electricity. It's very difficult to try to come to an understanding, but you've noticed that pretty much everywhere you have gone, there has been little to no electrical equipment. So whatever is going on, something is powering these things that has no physical form.
All right, well, we will go in.
Yeah.
But be cautious, Tipper.
Okay. So you two are getting in this cart, and you there's a lever inside, and Tipper, kind of more enthusiastic than him, pulls the lever, and the cart begins to move forward through this strange place. As you move through, things are really dark, but that's because pretty much everything inside has deteriorated. It all looks really worn down. There's a lot of mirrors around, obviously, because it's the House of Mirrors. But it was clear that they were being used in such a way that they were trying to scare the people looking at them. as you travel along, you see that these mirrors are twisted and contorted in ways that, distort your figure as you look through. I want you both to make let's go with intelligence saving throw.
I'll take a 16.
Nat 21.
Oh, okay. The both of you are completely unfazed by the ride. This is the worst ride that you've been on. It is not scary at all.
Feels very incorrect about this
It's
place.
very slow.
Yes,
Probably
I
because
was.
this place has deteriorated so much. But yeah, there really isn't anything going on around here.
Feels abandoned.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So, can I just jump in for a second?
Yes.
Is it the ride, or is it because Tipper and him just went through so much shit that they can't be phased by this?
No, it's definitely the ride. The ride is just so broken down and not scary at all that Tipper and him are just completely unfazed by it. Now, Tipper, I would like you to roll perception, please.
16.
16. As you get further into the ride, I'll say that you're about halfway through, you notice that there is a faint glitter of something, and you turn around quickly and you notice that there is a moving mirror. Imagine a mirror that is like long, and you split it at its middle and create cross sections. Those 4 cross sections are walking along the ground like legs, and you see it move further into behind cover.
What's happening?
This ride's suspicious.
Well, that's why I said keep an eye out.
Okay. I would like you both to roll, again, intelligence saving throw.
That's a 15.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Okay. Tipper, you continue to see more of these strangely moving mirrors that look like they're just spiders walking around, reflective spiders, but they don't ever get anywhere close to you. In fact, the ride is over. You have reached the end of the ride and nothing has happened.
Well, that felt soulless.
Although, as you reach the end of the ride, there is a chute directly above Tipper's head, and 10 gold pieces fall out and hit him in the head.
Oh.
But yeah, that's his money now.
All right.
Okay. I had 10, I guess.
So the chute's just directly above him, not above me, right?
No, it's directly above him. Tipper. The intention of it was that it would give money as a compensation, but it was supposed to go into the cart. But because of Tipper's size, it went onto him instead. But yeah.
Oh, now.
Yeah, so Tipper, you got 10 gold from that, and you are now, basically everyone is now returning to the rollerdrome, as it was pointed out. Oh, no, sorry, it's called the Rumbledrome. I don't know how these things happen. It is called the Rumbledrome. So maybe my map is out of date. You see that, yeah, it's a big round kind of structure with these tall walls and a couple of entrances that go inside. As you all walk in, because you told everybody agreed to stay at the Rumbledrome as a gathering point. You walk inside and you see that it's basically just a big coliseum with a place for crowds to sit. And you're walking on top of these large tiles on the ground. As you walk along them, they tilt in various directions. It's an uneven floor. But you are eventually all united inside the Rumbledrome.
Hello, chaps. How are you?
Fine. I would
That's
like
good.
I would like to bring Alfred back here and see what he got.
Alfred, what was he looking for again?
He was looking for supplies.
Okay, supplies. Well, considering that most of you just traveled around and you were looking at rides, but you never really got the opportunity to see any kind of food in that respect. Alfred, has brought those things over to you. Now, the problem is that these foods have aged a lot, and the majority of what he has brought back is inedible. However, I'd say that there is enough rations for everybody except Gary, because Gary already had rations from the balcony.
You guys can eat that.
Okay, I would like to remove the expired stuff and hand off the rations evenly.
They're carnival rations, right? Specially boxed. In fact, I'll probably say that about the one that Gary picked up. That was also carnival rations.
So, how was everyone's journey?
Fine.
It was a little, how do we say it, unexpected.
Yes.
Could you say it's a little bit corny?
Not
Do
much
not
was
do
really
that,
happening.
I'd say it was just business as usual, you know? Yeah, business as usual.
Bizzy, what
Okay.
happened to you?
Business
Karl,
as usual.
what happened to Blizzy?
Oh,
Let me-
She's not even reacting to that.
Given her current state, I don't think she would react to that.
Let me handle it.
Okay.
If you guys go on ahead, we'll be following close in behind you. I'll figure out what's happening, okay?
Okay, so you guys intend to leave the carnival?
No.
No, I mean,
So are we all gonna do this ride, or are we just gonna leave? What's the plan?
wait, what does the Rummadrome look like?
You are in the middle of basically a coliseum. You're unsure what the ride per se would be.
Can I use perception?
Looks like a combat arena.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
Everybody roll perception. Let's do that.
gonna see if we can find some levers or something.
I got a nat
Okay.
one. I got a fucking nat one.
I got an 18.
19.
Okay.
13.
All right.
8.
Okay. Gary and you look up and you remember the steel zeppelin that is in the sky, just moving slowly. None of you have really done anything with it. But from the zeppelin, you see these sort of like explosions, but they're not like they're not destructive. It's like dust is being thrown up. Explosions come from the zeppelin, and you see that some objects are falling down and coming towards the rumble drone, and they look pretty big.
Okay, everybody, hit the deck and try to find some cover.
Yep.
That does not look good.
Let's do everybody roll dexterity saving throw.
Dex saving. Okay, I get a bad roll on this. I get 5.
Mm-hmm.
I got an 18.
Okay.
Oh my, I
8.
got a 6.
Right.
I got a 6.
Oh,
God damn it.
and Bizzy?
Oh, I thought that was a 1. Never mind. That was a 9.
Oh,
I thought
that's
I rolled
lucky. That's
the
lucky.
7 and the 7 and the 1 look so fucking similar.
Wait, the 9 is lucky and 8 is terrible?
Right.
What is this bull?
So, Karl, you immediately run. You you react in time, and you basically run to the very edge of the this rumble drome.
Shit.
Still inside it, but you are further away than everybody else. Like, you're close to the exit. There's exits on multiple sides. Now these large things land on the tiled floor now, and you see that they are these big, chubby creatures that, like, they sort of look like lizards, but they're quite fat, and they have these pointy tails that point up. And similarly, they have these 2 wings on their back that also point up, and they have giant winding keys on their backs that are turning, and they appear to be rattling in place. And because the ground is uneven, it's uneven tiling, it's causing everything to shake. So all of you are sort of stumbling on your feet, and you are in the center.
Whoa.
You are in the center of these 2 lizard things that have landed in the rumble drome and are now starting to rattle away.
Whoa.
What are you going to do? Karl is safe, by the way.
Oh, lucky Karl.
These lizard men are traitors.
Shit! The animals got out again! Fuck me! I immediately run, like, just instinct, I immediately run to try and get them back.
Oh, okay, you're gonna try and rein them in?
Yep.
Alright.
Someone catch her.
What?
She does something stupid.
Yeah, so are you guys agreeing that you want to try and help Bizzy? Like, stop her from doing what she's doing?
I would like to destroy one of these mechanical lizardmen.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to stop her before she decides to kill herself.
Yeah. Okay, so, Tipper, what are you gonna do?
I'm not even sure what to do. I'm kind of just stumbling.
Okay, you're just in the middle, like, tripping over yourself. Yeah. Because the tiles are shifting all over the place. So, let's do your attack, first.
Yes, I would like to use my new acquired flaming sword.
Yes.
And I would like to combine that with Okay, hold on. I gotta see if I have that. No, actually, yeah, I do. I would like to combine that with burning hands
Okay, jeez.
to enhance the flame and then slash it.
Right, well, let's see if your attacks are of any success.
Okay, first of all, go roll higher, and that's a success for my burning hands on the sword.
Okay. Now, can you
And
attack with the sword?
I do not have any slashing damage.
Do a strength check.
Strength? No, 20.
Oh, yeah. So you see as Hum just starts cutting into one of these lizard things ferociously, just completely dismantling it. And you see that although it's still winding down and it's rumbling, it is definitely like losing its physical makeup. Bizzy, you see this and you are mortified.
Don't do that! He's gonna kill me if you do that! Don't!
Okay, calm down.
Are we separated or are we closer to the...
Okay, so it's a big dome. You are close to an exit. Everybody else is near the center of the dome.
Am I on the other side of the dome or am...
You're inside the dome near an exit.
Okay, I'm going to try and grab... Well, I'm going to grab Bizzy and I'm going to drag her to the exit.
Okay, well, let's first of all do dexterity checks for everybody. Regular
That's
dexterity,
a
please.
13.
13.
That's a
13.
13.
Oh wait, no, that was a dex.
That's
That was a dex
save.
save.
There's
That
a
was a
dex
dex save.
save.
Oops.
Regular
And
dex
a
check,
nat one.
please. Tipper, Gary, and Bizzy,
5.
please.
12.
5.
I got
12.
4.
12 and 4.
That's a save.
Oh, did
No.
somebody do a save?
Yeah, Bizzy
she
did
did
save.
Save.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bizzy did.
it's not a save.
check,
it's a
please. Check, please.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Whoops. What was
19.
that? That was a
19.
19.
A 19? Okay, much
Yeah.
better. Bizzy, the mental state that you have been in for the past hour or so finally stops affecting you as you realize what's going on and how ridiculous this all is. You see as Karl is trying to reach you, but he is stumbling on these tiles that are shifting like uneven ground, and he just falls over.
Ah, shit.
You rush over to help him. Basically, everybody except him runs over to help Karl get back on his feet. On the other hand, you've been attacking one of these lizards so much that it stops winding down prematurely. And then you see another sort of dusty explosion come from the Zeppelin, and a rain of 50 gold descends down onto the lizard that is still moving.
Oh.
As I'm
see
picking-
now.
As I'm picking Karl up to just steady him, I'm just saying under my breath, I don't know if anyone else can hear it, but I'm like, you know what, Neali could suck my dick.
Karl, please roll history.
Hold on. Is Gary still female?
No.
10.
Gary is male now. He
Okay.
had to transform back.
Okay.
Did you say
No
10?
longer-
No, it's a 10.
Okay. Hold on.
I
So,
thought 2%. Damn it.
okay, so
No.
Carl, you got
Yeah.
a 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are now aware of some new person that Bizzy is referring to, apparently called Niali. You have no inclination of who it might be. You just know the name now. Now from the reign of 50 gold, I'm gonna say that eventually the lizard that was still moving stops. It finally runs out of gas, and you're able to walk over. You're kind of like very careful about it, but you each are able to pick up 10 gold from the ground.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Great.
so you've all got some more money.
The reappropriation of wealth.
Money. That
Now
Money,
what
money,
happens
money,
if
money,
I slash
money.
this one now?
I don't think you might want to test that out, just in case that thing decides to burn us alive.
So,
Okay,
what's
great
happening with
idea.
me?
What do you mean? Everyone's gotten 10 gold.
Okay.
You got gold,
Okay.
man. Just take it. Just take it.
Yeah.
I rolled like a terrible roll and nothing happened, I guess.
Oh,
You get
what?
gold.
Your terrible roll. You didn't get a terrible roll.
I rolled a 5.
Yeah, but it wasn't as bad as Karl's one.
Okay.
Anyway. You all leave the Rumble Drome with the 10 gold that you have each picked up from it. Have each of you been adding the gold that you have picked up?
Yes.
I just did.
Yep.
Okay, I do inventory items except gold. That's everybody else's responsibility, just for my own sake.
That's your
Good.
responsibility. If you didn't do it, you didn't do it.
No, it's just easier for you guys to add gold. Okay, so you come out of the Rumble Drome with all your gold in tow, and you see now that the Zeppelin, Tipper and whom had the ordeal with, and then the thing that launched the lizards, it is now moved further away. It looks like it's going over where the Overlook would be. It's hovering in that direction. It just seems to have a mind of its own as it just randomly travels around the carnival. But yeah, it's no longer a concern to you. But you feel like you've had enough of this carnival.
This place just reeks of mysterious.
Yeah. Done with
Putting it lightly.
Yeah.
This has been the weirdest experience.
Mm.
Not really one I'd look back fondly on, admittedly.
Indeed.
Yeah. It was oddly disappointing. All of you can agree that you were sort of expecting to have a sort of pleasant time, and overall, the dilapidated state of the carnival has just been a real downer, and you miss the thrill of adventure that you had before now. But I presume that you're all leaving the carnival now, correct?
All right. Let's get back on the road.
I guess that's what happens when we try to have fun at a run-down, abandoned theme park.
It's just so deserted.
By the way, did anyone notice anything weird about some of this stuff?
That really depends on what you would define as weird, because there are a lot of things that fit that criteria.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The mini gold felt normal,
yeah.
but the House of Mirrors gold
Yeah,
just dropped on my head.
That weird mansion had a lot of moving parts.
The Petals of Fate were fine.
No,
But,
I'm pretty sure that was accurate.
Huh? Wait, you weren't there. You weren't there.
I know, but when she said that, she said it was weird. I just go like, I feel like that's pretty accurate.
Oh, right, because of the name. Yeah. You can make that. You can say that.
Actually, before we leave, I did have a question.
Yes.
Blizzy and Karl.
Uh-huh.
You just have to you just have to live with what I say now.
Yeah.
You just have to live with it. I heard a weird, loud screeching sound. What was that?
That would be the new device that Karl picked up that I'm starting to think is cursed. Again.
Great, Karl.
It's a It's a radio.
Oh,
You with
God.
technology.
A
No.
radio with a voice that sounds exactly like except it's not because isn't as sophisticated.
Oh
No
yeah,
offense.
this is the first time you're hearing about this.
Hang on. On top of that, it
Yeah.
doesn't exactly help the fact that there was some screeching instead of music.
Oh, okay.
it
well,
was playing.
it was playing
music.
music, but you switched it off the music because you were getting annoyed by it, and then from then on, it was just static of various kinds.
Oh, okay.
Let's just get out of here while we still can.
Okay.
Let's just,
before we
alright,
move.
well, let's put a cap on that, and we'll discuss about it later.
Okay, did you, you're gonna react now to the fact that, people are talking about how there was a person that sounded like you on the radio.
People, what? And the person sound like me on the radio?
Yeah, the person that sounded like you on the radio, except somehow his parents liked him even less than you and named him Wolf instead.
That's a
Ooh,
weird
that's-
alias.
That's low.
I don't know. I think it's quite accurate, actually.
Or it could just be an alias.
Yeah.
Then again, people keep calling me Bizzy, but
No, that's just me. I just
No, wait, no, you
call
mean
me
Blizzy.
No, you call me Blizzy, which I don't actually care for anymore as much. But everyone just keeps calling me Bizzy for pretty much most of my adult life anyway, so that's been fun.
wait. Is that not your name?
No, it is my name.
Fun fact.
Okay.
Well, I use an
okay.
alias.
Yes. Well.
I
That's
use
not a
an
surprise.
Oh, well. If we ask you for your name, you're just gonna tell us that I can't. Unfortunately, that's private information. I gotta keep secret. Is that what you're gonna tell me if I ask you?
Well, you got to get me drunk enough to basically learn it.
Alright, where's the alcohol?
Oh, that's another thing. You didn't find any alcohol, so no wonder this place
God-
has been very
God
disappointing. You weren't looking for it.
Actually, within the hidden servant's rations, would there be alcohol?
Alcohol in a packet.
I'm gonna say that you don't know this yet, and you won't find out until later. Okay. We'll move on for now. Now, one question I have to ask: who is leading the pack at this moment?
Oh man.
I'll lead the pack. 'cause
Okay,
I'm done with
please
this
roll
place.
a d4, and we will
God damn
find
it.
out what the event is based on if it's odd or even.
A D4.
Yeah.
Ready? Here we go. It's a 4.
Okay.
Even be good,
So
even
that
be good,
is
even be good,
even.
even be good.
Let us
Even be good.
do
Even's probably
this.
bad.
Even's probably good.
Even's bad. I have a feeling.
As you've been coming out of the carnival, you have been hearing echoey voice somewhere nearby. But it's too far away for you to be able to pinpoint what is being said. And also, you then begin to hear. I'd say that there's a couple of yells, like screeches, but there aren't that many of them. And then the loud footsteps coming towards you. Running to you right now is the chaplain that presided over Wilson's funeral. He is still wearing the classy, religious suit that he was originally wearing, but he looks very distressed as he approaches you.
Isn't that the
What's going
chaplain?
on? Yeah, it's a chaplain.
Please help! I need your help. I need all of your help right now.
whoa,
I know
whoa,
what you've
whoa.
done.
Calm down, sir.
I know
Calm
what
down,
you're
sir.
capable of, and this is very urgent. There is something happening in Trans Tundra. I need your help. It requires a sacrifice.
All right. Just calm down. Calm down.
A sacrifice?
Yes.
Sacrifice?
I will give myself. It is okay, but we don't have much time. You need to help me.
Okay, number one,
Wait,
we don't want you to die.
Sacrifice?
The thing that I have been dreading is finally happening.
High taxes?
What? The coming of the Antichrist?
No. There's a tape.
Hey, just calm down and tell us. What?
The
Tape?
The tape is in the building. Everyone is shooting each other.
So
Guys, we
that's
gotta go
what's
now.
happening.
Please.
Yeah, let's go.
Shit.
Carl, sometimes I wish you never picked up that tape, wherever you got it from.
What do you think I feel?
We need to figure something out. I need your help. We need to figure out a way to... how good are any of you at throwing things? Or can we find something that we can throw something with?
Sir, you are amongst a crowd of people
enough.
who are good shots or lucky shots.
That's not what I'm asking for. We don't need things that are shooting. That's not going to help us. We need something that can throw something. Have any of you any idea how we can do that?
We could use this plank
got
if
a bar.
enough.
Got this purple rock.
We're talking about like throwing something that is human-sized.
Oh.
Oh, wait. We're in the
Isn't
carnival.
Isn't this purple rock the correct size?
I'm pretty good at throwing. I did throw the knife
Guys,
into the
we
combo.
just said-
That's not going... No!
Okay. Wait, are we still in the carnival, or do we leave the carnival?
You are
the
basically at the entrance of the carnival. You haven't fully left.
Guys, we're in the carnival. Let's look for a catapult.
There is no catapult.
Why not? It's a carnival.
Actually, no. If it's a carnival, instead of the catapult, cannon.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
A
you must get-
cannon!
Yeah.
Quick, let's go look for a cannon.
Okay, yes. Quick, we have to run. And you see that the chaplain races ahead of you, basically looking anywhere for some kind of cannon. And as you race along with him, you're all trying to keep up with him, looking anywhere for a cannon. You look out at Trans-Tundra from the I'll say that you're not quite at the outlook yet, but you do see it down through the passage from the Rumble Drome towards the outlook, and you see a glimpse of Trans-Tundra. And from that small glimpse, you see inside one of the walls of the nightclub building is a glass window and tape reels turning forward. And you realize what's happening. This tape has manifested on the building and is now calling out to the entire location. No wonder the chaplain is freaking out.
Okay. We're in a mess now.
Please, we have to find something. If we don't, we're going to have total mass hysteria. Everybody's going to be shooting each other. Where's this freaking cannon?
Okay, I would like to cast Unseen Servant again and tell Alfred to go find a cannon.
Okay, that will take him a while. What is everybody else going to do?
I don't think I can do anything.
Well, you can run. Everybody is going to have to run around and look for some kind of cannon. Where do you think one would be?
I'm going to go to the brightest ray top.
Mm-hmm.
It's the biggest one, obviously. There's probably going to be a backstage area, probably. It's probably like...
Whirligig.
I'm going back to the dome.
I'll go to the firing range.
Okay.
I am going to follow... who am I going to follow? Because I can actually use guidance for any perception check, any and all perception checks and all that stuff.
Okay.
He wants me to come with.
I have to explore a giant dome. You might as well come with me.
Well, you were you were already there, so...
I thought you said we were on the outside entrance.
No, you were inside the Rumble Drome.
Now, okay, you know what? I'm exploring the drone.
Okay.
I'm going with Gary.
All right. So you all scatter around. You're looking for some kind of cannon or something that could launch. I want you all to roll perception, please.
I am going to also cast
Fuck, that's an 8.
I got
I'm going to
Wait,
touch,
24!
Gary's shoulder. I'm gonna give him guidance for his perception, so that adds a D4.
Sorry,
I don't think you. I don't think. Yeah, you don't really
need to
that.
do
That's
that.
He got a 24.
Yeah, he
I got a
Never mind then.
D20.
Never mind. What's my perception then?
You can just pat me on the shoulder. That's what you can do. You just pat me on the shoulder. Good job.
No, I don't need it either. I got a dirty 20.
All right. What about Tipper and him? What are your perceptions?
I rolled 17.
I got a
17.
3.
Okay.
It's clear that where the cannon is now.
Karl and you both disappear, basically looking for cannons, and you look all around and you don't find one. Tipper, where were you?
I went to the whirligig.
You were on your way to the whirligig, but then you realize that it's just a roller coaster. So you ditch that idea and you come back to basically like around the mini golf area looking there, and you eventually settle on the Rumble Drome because Gary and Bizzy have indeed found some kind of catapult in the Rumble Drome. There's actually quite a few of them, and they were initially designed to throw things into the drome. However, you could probably repurpose them for whatever the chaplain wants.
Okay. How much firepower does this have?
That's a very good fucking question. I guess we'll have to find out later. Let's go.
No, well, the problem is, how heavy is this going to be? Because it's going to take way longer for us to get there with the cannon.
Is it on wheels?
No, the catapult is affixed to the drome. You will be firing
Right.
blind.
Okay. Where's that chaplain guy?
Tipper, because you're on the ground coming into the drome, you look around because Gary's saying, where's the guy? And you see him at the overlook and he's praying. You can't hear what he's saying.
Anyone see him?
He's praying.
Okay.
I run up to the chaplain and I'm like, all right, Mr. Man, pray time's over. You're gonna have to tell us where to fire this damn thing.
We have to fire at the tape. You have to fire me at the tape, okay?
Wait, you're the ammo?
Yes!
You?
Fire me at the tape! We have to do this!
What?
The chaplain runs towards the drome, seeing that you're all congregating there. Except Gary and Karl. No, not Gary and Karl. And Karl. Both of you are still running around randomly in the carnival.
Dude, are you sure about this?
Yes, I'm sure. We don't have much time.
Okay.
Fire you, alright? Where?
At the tape.
What direction?
That
North,
direction.
south,
Can you
east,
even
west?
see it?
Can I roll history for the map real quick?
Yes.
Everyone pause.
Damn it, 7.
I would like to use I would like to use inspiration.
Okay, yes. Let's put inspiration on that roll.
That's 4.
4.
Well, 2 plus 2 is 4.
Okay, 11. You know where the overlook is, and you can actually see that the tape is visible on the building from that direction. Remembering the map, you know that the overlook is to the east, so you are going to have to fire to the east somewhere.
We gotta fire that way.
Radio.
Depending on what we saw on the map, it's that way.
Yeah. And you see as the chaplain, he's climbing into the catapult.
Are you sure about this?
Yes, I am sure. I've told you this 5 times. I'm serious.
All right, cool. I grab my knife and I chop the rope.
Whoa, hold on. Are you sure that it's in the correct orientation?
Okay,
Align it.
I aligned the... Okay,
Yeah.
we're aligning it. Just align it.
You 3 roll strength.
I'm also going to cast guidance on.
I got an 8. Why?
I'm casting guidance on Gary.
Okay.
Casting guidance on Gary.
So what does
that's
that do?
No, additional D4.
Oh, plus D. Okay, plus a D4.
Yes.
And what is that D4?
Okay, that D4 gives
Why do
you
two?
plus 3.
Plus 3. And now Bizzy and Tipper, I need your strength.
13.
Dirty 21.
Oh, there we go.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Tipper is the muscle of this operation. He basically pushes the catapult in precisely the correct orientation that he believes that the tape would be in.
It's ready!
You are now all beginning to
That
hear
is
as the voice
very
from the
surprising.
tape. It's becoming clearer. Its influence is growing. You now hear that it is spouting its usual nonsense in your direction. Listen closely, for time is fleeting and the stakes are dire. The lines between reality and illusion are not just blurred, but spread as wide as possible, making the truth something that most cannot grasp. The chaplain is praying intensely as he's positioned on this catapult, and he's just muttering on his breath, shoot me at it, come on.
Okay, fire in the hole.
Please.
Okay.
It's a catapult.
It's a catapult. You launch it.
Do I need to do a check?
No. There is a trigger on the side that you could just pull.
Like a level.
Pull it then.
Pull-
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
so
pulling it.
yeah, Gary, and Bizzy.
I'm not there.
Gary, Tipper, and Bizzy. I can't believe I made that mistake. You all pull on the catapult, the tripper, and it launches the chaplain towards Transtundra, and you see him. He's still praying as he's flying through the air. He travels over the top of the rollerdrome. You cannot see anything over there because it's too high. Although you do hear that the voice was speaking, but then it stops as a guttural, bloody splat is heard.
Oh.
God.
Oh god, I was away from that and I just heard that from
Yes,
there.
you all heard.
Yes.
I would like to say I sure hope that's the goddamn tape, but I don't think that's the goddamn tape.
Oh,
Does this count as murder?
Jesus.
You all travel towards the overlook, afraid of what you've done. You look out at Transtundra, and you observe the building that was the Transtundra nightclub. Clearly to you, there is the glass window near its top, and it's very large, and it contains an oversized tape. And this was the source of the noises that you were hearing, but now you see that the window is completely shattered as the chaplain was launched at it with such immense force. You also see that his body has been severed in multiple places. There are parts of him that have been spread out inside the inner workings of this tape. You can still see some intestines, maybe, that connect two parts of it together. There's blood everywhere, and some of these parts are vibrating inside the tape. So you see, like, the intestines are jumping up and down, like, randomly. For a moment, the tape is stopped, but then you see as it starts rewinding very slowly, churning through the body of the chaplain as it tries to return to its start. And that is where we will end the session.
I think we just assisted in a homicide.
No, it was
assisted suicide.
Oh, God.
Okay. If we all agree, we never saw this. We never saw this.
My head is staring down on the ground with my eyes shut.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
Timmy, you're not seeing this.
What a way to end the carnival episode with an assisted suicide.
You said this was gonna be a relaxed session, Jack.
We had time to kill.
Where was the relaxed
You
session,
lied.
Jack?
Also, you rolled even. So
We had rolled odd. This wouldn't have happened.
I knew it.
yeah, it wouldn't have happened if you rolled odd. That's it for this episode of Interp'd Reality. Did you have just as much fun as we did? Why don't you leave us a like, share the episode around, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any new releases. We'd also love to hear what your favorite part was, so let us know in the comments. Also check out our other shenanigans set in the worlds we've built, plus all our links for even more content outside of D&D you never thought you needed. Thank you so much for listening all the way through to the end, and we'll see you all next time.